Rooted is a community-grounded organization that focuses on urban agriculture and community gardening and education and the food system.
Rooted is many stories.
Rooted as an organization has been around since 2020. The organizations that make up Rooted have been around since the 90s.
It started in one location on the south side and in Milwaukee, and has joined Troy Farms on the north side, and we have satellite locations. So our story is one of growth and inclusion, but it's mostly about learning, about planting, about growing and sharing and enriching diets and skill sets.
My history with the organization goes back to 1998. I moved to Madison from Ohio to take a position as an assistant professor of urban and regional planning at the UW. And a colleague of mine, Jerry Kaufman, asked me if I would become the university representative to what was then known as the Troy Gardens Coalition. And Martin Bailke, he joined the staff to work on a community and regional food systems project in partnership with the UW-Madison.
I was associated with a couple of projects, a couple of USDA-funded projects through the University of Wisconsin-Madison, of which Rooted was a partner, and I served as representative to those projects. I began at the time to sense that there was something special here, and I knew how it would probably turn out in the short term, that the neighbors would get access to the land through the state. But I didn't envision what Rooted has become to the state. And it has been, I think, everything that abstractly the founders thought it would be, right? Just more so. And I think about what some of those early people would think about if they were to see this site here, and just imagine that this all came from those initial discussions about what Troy Gardens would be.
The Troy Gardens Coalition decided to become a nonprofit organization, and I was one of the original board members. I saw Center for Resilient Cities and now Rooted as playing a really key role in the local food system from a variety of perspectives.
Center for Resilient Cities at the time had been working with Growing Power as our garden partner with our relationship with Badger Rock Middle School. And when Growing Power stopped functioning as an organization, we reached out to Community Groundworks, who we had a past relationship with, to help us with our garden-based education. They had a gardener in residence program, so we were able to hire Sarah Carlson to come in and do that work with us. And as we started to work more closely with Community Groundworks, there was a real synergy there. And our executive director at the time, Marsha Caton Campbell, was working with the Community Groundworks executive director, Karen Von Unen, and they started to discuss the possibility of merging.
So that merger formally happened, and Rooted has been navigating its way through a variety of things since and flourishing.
A friend of mine was working for Community Action Coalition and was working at Troy Gardens, and he had told me that this amazing coalition had come together and how this project could really support opportunities for young people on the north side to get connected to the land and have a place there at Troy Gardens.
It's such a great thing to come and see how spaces that we had a hand in birthing have grown.
It's just really humbling. And then to see just where how everything has just expanded. There will be in 11 schools next year with our Gardener in Residence and AmeriCorps programs supporting the school gardens there.
I think Rooted inspires a lot of hope, the work that Rooted does. And that's how you affect positive change, is in partnership, in community. And I think Rooted has just done a really good job of carrying that approach forward, and it gives me hope for the future.